Hey guys, it's Nathan Parklife. Today I get to update you on the Supra's wiring harness, the SC300 turbo build, and the MR2 3S GTE motor swap, so stay tuned. So I haven't really updated you guys much on the Supra lately. Basically where we're at with this is we're still doing the wiring. We're just about done. The last time I updated you, I think we had this done. I have all of the underdash wiring done, as well as I had to get a couple hard to get plugs. We got those taken care of. So basically we're down to reinstall on the Supra. I am going to do my darndest to try to get this done this week so we can fire up, at least get testing on the wiring. If not, even just get it fired up. That would be spectacular. That's where I'm trying to get with the Supra. I didn't want to sit there and show you guys. I had time lapse for days. I could have kept you guys on a single video for 3 hours, but we skipped that, and yeah, we are almost done with it. But that's where we've been. We've been working on this. We did a little bit with those RCs, as you saw. But yeah, the Supra is coming along. It's getting done. I don't think we're far off at all. We did get a chance to order a bunch of different parts for the Supra, the MR2, and the SC300 build. And mind you guys, we're not a big YouTube channel, so we're doing this out of our own pockets. So it might not move quite as fast as some of the bigger channels, but we're going to get it done. I'm super excited. A 2JZ turbo Supra, SC300 turbo, and that one's going to be a budget build. I want to do it as if I was doing it when I was like 16, like we were talking about. I want to have that build done. But yeah, if you want to know what's going on with the Supra or what I'm even talking about, I'll put a link in the video somewhere up here, and that'll give you guys a chance to catch up on what's going on with the Supra. But yeah, the SC300, we actually got a chance to take it to a car meet. I might throw a few of those clips in this video. Was an absolute blast. We hit up Spokane. I didn't realize how good of a car scene was still going in Spokane. I hadn't been in years. It was spectacular. Our friend Jonathan took us out there, and it was just a blast. I mean, we got to do a cruise in that C300. Just had a really good time in the diversity in cars. Everything from old one of Jonathan's friends, Casey. He was rolling around in an old diesel Mercedes, just super cool. And then you had everything from imports, domestic. It was cool. We got to see new Supra. We got to see old Chevelles. We got to see really nice Euros. We got to see some really nice. There was a couple of really nice RSXs that were there. My wife had one years ago. Maybe if I can find a picture, I'll put it somewhere up on the screen. But yeah, we had RSX, and I just actually sold an RSX last summer, a Type S. It was a blast, but we are excited to move forward with this. Get this rolling, and then I really want to, by this weekend, get cracking on doing the MR2 swap. I'm going to try to just get a bunch of friends together and then rally and just bust that motor out and put the new one in with the new trans, that sort of thing. But yeah, this is moving along way better than I expected. I mean, beginning of this 3 weeks ago, we were talking about Supra is not going to happen this year. We're going to take this and put it in that C300. What's better than that? Let's turbo that C300 and keep the Supra rolling. So I'm excited. 3 weeks ago, this wasn't even conceivable. I didn't think there was any way in heck I was going to get it done. Many hours underneath that dash, I'll tell you what. But we got it done. Well, not done, but we're getting there. As you can see, we're starting to put the front end back together. And then as soon as I bang this together, even if I can just get this to the point where I can start it and roll it out and you have basic interior back together, I fully intend on just pulling the MR2 in. I feel like that's going to be like a 2-day job. So we're going to roll with that. MR2. SC300 is probably going to be a month or so out, just because we have parts coming and that sort of thing. But we also have some really cool things. So on the MR2, the big thing on going E153 from the S54 is the hubs. It is really expensive to get turbo MR2 hubs because the NA hubs, you can't put the axles from the E153 through. E153 axles are also stronger. So it's required to do that transmission to upgrade the hubs. Well, I was sitting there looking on the different pages and all the different stuff, and I couldn't find anything. It's between $300 and $400 for those hubs. Anyways, I was on the Toyota actual parts ordering for our local Toyota dealership, and they have diagrams and they have this and that and they have part numbers. Anyways, I just kept digging and digging and digging, and I found a part number, and I looked at the measurements for another Toyota, and it so happens that those axles, by my calculations, would work, or the hub would work on the turbo axles. And I was 100% correct. I already test fitted it. I'll show you guys too. All right, so I am filming this with one hand and, okay, armpit actually. So here is the turbo axle stub. Here is that Timken I ordered. Boom, what's up? What you know about inexpensive parts. So that'll work. I'm putting a link down below so you guys can get the same part. But there it is, guys. Boom. But not only did I do that, I found a Timken replacement part number for it. So instead of spending $400 or even $500 for those turbo hubs, I actually ordered these other hubs, and it's going to let me do the E153 with those hubs, and it cost me $100 with bearings and the C-clip, the whole kit and caboodle. So I'm going to do that, and then also a couple other little things we purchased. But yeah, I'm going to put links for the Timken. So if you're doing a turbo transmission swap, this is what you need. So turbo transmission E153 from S54, this is the hubs you need in order to put the E153 axles in. And just let me tell you, I'm super excited about the E153 with LSD. That's gonna make that 3S GTE hookup, and it's also gonna survive. I mean, I consider doing a 5S FE build and then turboing it, but the Achilles heel of that is I'm stuck with the S54 trans. It's not to say that some point we might not do a 2GR swap or a K20, but I got this entire swap as a really good deal, so we want to make sure and get that up and running right now, because if I do a K20, I'm going to be waiting for parts forever. So I'd rather get it up and running, drive it this summer, get a chance to get you guys some footage, and also, make sure that the rest of the chassis is good and spend the time. Inevitably, it's an older car, so it's gonna need some things. Do some brake upgrades, maybe some suspension, definitely some rims. Wheels are a must. It needs to happen. Need to find a new set of wheels for the Supra too, but yeah, for sure, a lot of updates, and we're moving along, and you'll be getting some great content going forward. We're just trying to hammer this guy out, and that's been the priority, is getting this done. The RC thing, what do you guys think of it? Do you guys think that's fun? Is that meh? I know it's kind of a mix match, whatever, but we love RCs. We love, my son and I have a blast. We have all these little micro RCs. There's a gentleman on YouTube, Beaver Hobbies. He is spectacular, and yeah. So he took a bunch of those four-wheel drive little buggies and just absolutely maxed them out. But maybe I'll throw a link to his channel up here. But yeah, he's the one that got me back into RCs, his videos, and probably got me into doing this YouTube thing in general. But yeah, the Supra's moving along. SC300. We're just going to drive that for now. We're having a blast with it, and it was great taking it on the cruise. It's no hassle. It's high mileage, but it's a Toyota, so it drove great. It did what it needed to do. But I'm going to get you guys over to our unboxing of all the different items we bought and kind of show you what we did. And then also at the very end of the video, I'm going to probably go ahead and put a few of the clips from the car meet in Spokane and show you some of the cars we saw. And my batteries on both my camera and my phone died, so we got not nearly as much footage as I would have liked, but that's okay. It was fun. So that's where we're at, guys. All right. Huh. So this is a authentic Walbro. Apparently TI Automotive does the packaging on these. This is Walbro in the corner. But this is actually a Hellcat size. So all the fuel. This is actually going to go ahead and go into our Toyota Supra. And the Toyota Supra's 255 is going to go in the MR2. So this guy's going in the Supra. MR2 is getting another pump. So that'll bump us up on the Supra. MR2 doesn't need that kind of fuel, I don't think. At least not yet. All right, what do we got here? Oh, yeah. So got these from our Toyota dealership. They shipped them to us. So this is the rebuild kit for those CV axles, including the gasket and all the stuff from Toyota and the new group from Toyota. So that's exciting. We'll be doing a parts breakdown, and I can only assume this is the same thing. But there is your part number if you're trying to rebuild Toyota axles. Put new boots on and such. So got both sides there, and you order one of those per side. And it's the same kit for both sides. Let's go with this guy. What is this guy? I think I know what this is. And this is cool. Because I thought this was going to cost me like $300 or $400 to get this. So MR2s, in order to run the E153, they use different size axles. And the turbo hubs for these, to get the axles to slide in, because the NA hubs are smaller. So to get the turbo hubs to slide in, you have to use these. And these can run you a pretty penny if you get them out of a turbo. So I did some research and was looking on the Toyota dealership's website for hours and hours and hours and hours. And I made some assumptions. Part of that assumption is whether or not this will work. This is off of a newer Camry V6. But based on the measurements and everything I saw, it's the exact same as the MR2 Turbo. So we're going to have to go grab our turbo axles, try sliding them in, see if the splines are the same. But we ordered these, and they're Timken. And, you know, Timken makes good stuff. It's in my opinion, it's as good as OE. So, and a lot of times it is OE. But yeah, so that, and it comes with bearing. But as soon as I confirm, ooh, new CV nut, nice. But yeah, the bearing. So hopefully I am correct. Otherwise, I just made a $150 mistake or $120 mistake. And I'm going to go confirm, and I'll confirm it with you guys on video to make sure that the axle slides in. I know the bearing is the same because the bearings have the same part number. So we know this is the same, but this we're uncertain. So we will verify that with the axle. Try to slide it in there, make sure it fits. If it does, I'll include the link down below in the description here, which will be sweet because you guys, this, I think it was $120 for both sides. So I ordered both sides, $120 something. I'll provide the link to buy those as well, but this saved us at least, if I found a good deal, it saved us a couple $100 minimum to use these. And it's brand new, and it includes the bearing. Usually you're buying just the hub and you don't get the bearing. This, I get the brand new Timken bearing with the hub. It's, yeah, it's great. So, yeah, I'll include the part number, and also I'll just put a link down below for you guys to purchase it. So we got both of those. So since these boxes are identical, we can assume this is the same thing. For the sake of interest here, we'll go ahead and all right. Make sure the part numbers are the same. Yep, it is. So, boom. And I searched the internet and I found the absolute best price on them. So as of this video, that is the best price that can be found on the interwebs. And then what is this? This is a bummer. That's what that is. Hopefully everything's still in here. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. But... Oh, and if anybody's wondering, our steering servo for this guy, one of the parts I was most excited about because I was going to be able to drive this today, it's not in there. It's 2 days in a row. Oh, okay. So this is our ceramic tape, heat tape for the Supra. So the downpipe, my old downpipe, I had wrapped in this. When I pulled my motor, I had to weld on the new flange for the Borg Warner because Borg Warners don't use the standard flat V-band. You have to use the specific Borg Warner. And so I bought a new pipe and had that one, the flange welded on while I was still running my old T4 turbo. So this is the ceramic heat wrap. So we can wrap up those the turbo manifold, whatever you want to call it, and the downpipe to get the heat out of the engine bay because it gets awful hot. So here we got a bunch of that. That's awesome. And I'm hoping this is what I think it is. This is what's going to make our budget builds possible. So this is old school. I told you guys I wanted to do old school build. That's exactly what this is. So if I was back in the day when I first started working on stuff, it wouldn't have been this version. It would have been an older version. This is what I would have used. And the guy that sold it to me gave me a great price and shipped it super fast, had it in a couple days. So that's great when you have that happen. Even bubble wrapper, what a nice guy. Anyways, all right, what do we got? So, not one. Supra AFC, what's up? If you guys know what this is, you're excited right now because this means you get to take that stock computer. It's not as good as standalone. These, and I guess I should explain what it does. So these guys, what they do is they tie into your RPM sensor. They tie into map or whatever measure you use to measure your error, and basically allow you to make changes to the calibration from the stock ECU. So it intercepts like a 5-volt signal, and it'll calibrate it to where it makes your computer think it doesn't have enough fuel or whatever. It's a piggyback and it's a Band-Aid. It's not the best possible option, but on a budget, it's great. So this will be a huge adjustment for the MR2 because MR2 we want to make a little more boost. So this will help us do that. And then also we want to do the SC300, which I've used these. I used a Neo on my Supra when I first did this about 14 years ago. I used an Apexi Neo. And then back in the day with all of our old Hondas and all that stuff, we always used the original Supra AFC. This is the version 2, which has some definite benefits. The Neo was the newest version of these boxes. But yeah, these allow you to run bigger injectors and basically trick the computer into pulling out fuel. That's the better way to do it. There's two different ways. You can overexert your stock injectors, or you can put bigger injectors in and pull fuel out using this. So guys, these allow you to control the fuel and that sort of thing. Awesome. Love it. But yeah, if you have them, the best way to do it is get oversized injectors and pull the fuel out. So in other words, whatever the stock injectors are, usually you can control about a 75%, at least in my experience. I mean, that'll vary depending on the application, that sort of thing. You can control 50 to 75% larger injector with this. It doesn't help with timing. Doesn't do anything with that, so you have to be careful that you're not, like, especially on the 2JZs, at like 3,800 RPMs, they have a crossover where the timing advances, and with boost and not knowing that could cause serious issues of detonation, and you won't expect it because you're just no issues, boom, all of a sudden rod knock, and you don't understand why. It's because you have that advanced timing that hits in, and this will not correct for that. So you have to make sure at those RPMs, when you have that extra timing, you need to add more fuel, and you have to be prepared for that sort of thing. It's always better to overfuel and then pull back, never the other way around. But I'll be doing the tuning with you guys on this. The wideband is is one more thing we're going to need for both cars. But yeah, so not only did I buy one, but we bought two. And he even sent the manual. Man, this guy's a saint. Think it'll have the wiring for a 91 MR2? Probably. We'll see. Anyways, it's certainly not long enough to go all the way through. We're going to have to do some wire extensions here. Because the computer is in the back of the MR2. Obviously, this is going to have to be in the cabin because that would make for really slow tuning. So yeah, we got two of these guys. And then as I was purchasing, he goes, hey, I have an extra broken black one. Are you interested in that? I was like, maybe. He goes, yeah, it doesn't power up, doesn't work, but I'll include it. That way you can, you know, change the faces. So I think the MR2 is getting the black one. And Budget Monster, she's a little ugly, so she gets the gray and blue. But yeah, get the black one. And it's got a little stand. I wish it had the other half. Oh, that'd be so cool. Oh, well, that's okay. We can figure it out. But I guess I could just, that's a generic nut and bolt. We could just, but we'll figure something out. But either way, one of these guys is going in here. So there we have it. That is the last thing. So the big hitters here are that fuel pump. That's going to let me push the Supra up to its full potential. The Supra's already got the 900 cc, or it's precision injectors. They're large enough with pump fuel. I should be able to get into that 750 wheel horsepower range, which is where we wanted it to be. We have the clutch for it. We have the trans for it. We have drive line for it. We have now we have the fuel line, or the fuel pump. We were definitely kind of at a ceiling at about 5 something with the old fuel pump. Now we can kick it all the way up. And then this will allow us to tune our MR2 and the SC300 and really get it dialed in. But yeah, so there it is. We have Super AFCs. I'm excited. I don't know why. I've used standalones now for the last 5 or 6 years, but something about going with the piggyback is exciting and should be fun and nostalgic going back and tuning this way. So there it is, and we'll show you what it looks like when we get them installed and they get all lit up. And yeah, it's an analog display, so yeah, there it is. It's embarrassing. Like my garage is here's what I'm working with now. Like this much space. Like that's my whole garage, and I'm trying to do 3 swaps on it at once. I have 4 motors in there. I have.
Well, you saw my shop last time.
Your shop's beautiful, man. Nice job.
I needed to. Let's be honest. It was a lot.
And LS swap. That is so crazy. Have you ridden in it?
No, we just got it running today.
Oh wow.
Which being LS will take like 10 minutes.
SVX swapped. Is that an RS as well?
Yeah.
Jeez. Those had like 240 horsepower or something?
Yeah, 240.
Yeah.
At least with the EV, 240 stock.
That though is giggle worthy. That's gonna feel so crazy going into a corner.
It's gonna be something. A welded diff and LS in the front.
I kept seeing you drive by. I was like, I hope he pulls back in.
Well, I was parked over on that other side.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. Oh, were you?
We didn't even see you.
Parked over there.
I heard you. I probably heard you, but I didn't. Yeah.
It's a pumper. You friendly pumper?
There goes that. Is that BMW? It's got.
Yeah, I remember when I used to be like that.
Bass?
Oh, I went to school for it.
Oh, did you?
Swear I won't forget this. breathless. Why do I regret this? In my mind reckless, thoughts are feeling endless. Sitting up, I'm breathless, anxiety's infectious. I feel so defenseless, betrayed and embarrassed. I hate being open, I hate being broken. I feel like an ocean filled up with emotion. Anger ain't a potion, rub it on like lotion. I can feel it soaking, reopen, the scars have awoken. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. The pain makes it real. I don't wanna feel, I just wanna kill the bad thoughts and steal a good thought and feel. I'm just lost, I feel, I'm just lost, I feel. I need time to heal, I can't steer the wheel. Cause this drive it kills, and it gives me chills. A nice road it feels, I slip off the peel and crash all the steel. Will I ever heal? I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go.
Ha ha!